Hey, you're the one...
You must have some real pull with how...
I wish I'd never gotten in. One of these days, those bastards... Outstanding. You have no idea how...
house to get inside the lucky thing.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Give me a shout if you need anything else. Like I always say.
and I
Is
just
it
about
me,
surrendered.
or has
Stay out of the control room and
the Brotherhood stopped
Hey.
engaging us?
you visiting every NCR post just to see the sights? This here's the Dorado. It's where we send power back home.
Is it me, or has the Brotherhood stopped engaging us? Smartest move they ever made, you ask me. Look all you want, just don't... Is it me, or has the Brotherhood stopped engaging?
Enjoy your time in Vegas.
As you can see, Vegas is humming along, and just in time, as it turns out. The forces of Caesar, their assault could begin at... Precisely. You'll have no trouble Your objective is to reach a control room The override... You may remember how the bunker at the fort was rather dimly... You've already uploaded the new operating system to the secure... I care because he is a known quantity. Kimball rose to prominence as the hero of the Mojave, ordering the occupation of Hoover Dam. Conversely, his failure to annex the Mojave these 7 years. Kimball's entire political... If I compel the NCR to retreat, Kimball will be the sacrifice offered to the gods. In retrospect, the Mojave and Hoover Dam... Then the hero of the... They lick their wounds. Then... The Legion's assault... We've accomplished a great deal.
You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
I knew you'd make it. The override module is functioning properly. I just need you to head over. When you return topside... Oh, and before you go, grab that printout spooling from the console here. I thought you...
who are you to come before me? I see you fight with words, like all... So, our roads into NCR are hung. Save your speeches. Hoover Dam has... You speak in circles. The victory here shall be... Your weakness? You seek to thwart. That does not... The East was a hard-fought. Hoover Dam is but a As for wisdom, know that I shall return east. I shall not remain there. If the West is one day filled with... My coming would have saved you. Set your... War would have tested them. Broken the... Violence gave you that strength. Perhaps it is unfortunate Wolpex was not here to hear your words. Until the day when our armies meet again.
Alway, true to Kaiser.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time. And the screens of those legions... Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? Could use 100 of you. Just... Vegas. What is this Brahmin shit? What the hell are you? The free economic demands NCR's immediate... You know I won't surrender the dam. And... We held this... True. Guess I'm a little too used to seeing Securitrons in Vegas. Look, house, Vegas, it's pretty. And if you say no... I'm not going to throw away the lives of my men just to make a point. And there'll be other days.
You know, I've had thousands of employees in my time. Few met my expectations. Fewer still surpassed them. Your performance has been nothing short of spectacular. If I have need for a specialist of your stripe again, I'll know just where to turn. Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources at hand. I can make sure it not only runs, but runs on time. Always bothered me, the imprecision. No need to worry about the General, by the way. He'll be held responsible, publicly disgraced. 36.5% probability of suicide, by my estimate. Kimball won't be able to save him. He'll be too busy getting thrown out of office. But less than a 3% chance of suicide, mind you. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining jewel in the middle of the desert, an oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the stars. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Goodsprings cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. The courier, who had a mixed history in the wasteland, kept the status quo at Hoover Dam. Mr. House would keep New Vegas stable, if not free, for generations. Mr. House afforded the courier every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38.
Mr. House showed little interest on the boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to meet and trade with travelers.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
The Fiends staged an attack against Camp McCarran during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam. During the NCR's retreat, the Fiends overwhelmed many of the troopers before Mr. House's Securitrons could deal with them.
After Mr. House gained control of New Vegas, he sent a Securitron to Goodsprings as a token of appreciation for helping the courier. Victor was a mixed blessing, however, as he continually monitored the town for Mr. House.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
Flush with his victory, Mr. House sent Securitrons into Freeside, thinking to increase his control over the area. When fighting broke out, the Kings fought valiantly, but were no match for the armored killing machines, and were wiped out to the last man.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave Wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful, robotic eye.
And so the courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.